Welcome back to the pick,
Welcome to the show, you guys.
and this is gonna be our Super Bowl preview between the Rams and the Patriots. If you weren't aware, which you probably were, I don't know if you were watching this video if you didn't know that.
Under a rock or something?
Yeah. But anyway, Patriots are favored by 2.5. I'm gonna throw this out there, just for transparency's sake. I am a Rams fan. I do have them win this game. So we're going to go through, we're going to do this video for why we think the Rams are going to win the game, the keys to victory for them, what they need to do to win the game. And we're going to talk a little bit about Isaac Bruce and why he should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
So let's get it off. I think the Rams will win this game. Why I think the Rams will win this game is they have so much talent on this team, on both sides of the ball. Defense, you can argue they have two of the best 5 defensive linemen in the last decade with Aaron Donald and Sue. And they're both playing super, super well. And I don't exactly know how the Patriots are going to block both of them consistently, because they're going to have to double Donald as much as they possibly can, and they're going to leave Sue one-on-one. They're going to leave Fowler one-on-one, Brocker's one-on-one. So somebody, a lot of people's going to be one-on-one. If they double both Sue and Aaron Donald, then it's going to be one guy at one-on-one and one guy is a free rusher. So they're not going to do that in my eyes. So they're going to figure something out. The Patriots going to figure something out with that. We'll get into that with the Patriots preview. Patriots side of the preview, I mean. Keys to victory, they got us for the Rams, that they got to establish a running game. I say this a lot, but especially with the Rams, this is extremely important. They got to get Todd Gurley involved. He has to have a really good game. I think they're probably going to try to take him away, so even with that, they still need to give him carries in my eyes. And they need to get him out on the flat, maybe put him in slot, empty formation, put him in the slot, get some balls to him, kind of like the Patriots do with James White or Saints do with Kamara. They need to do certain things like that. He hasn't been having as many catches as he has most of his career, so they need to change that in my eyes. They need to get him involved, and they need to put C.J. Anderson in the game as well. Get him some carries, weaken this defense up a little bit. I think they need to do that as well. The play action is super important with the Rams. That
bread and butter.
Bread and butter. The whole offense revolves around Todd Gurley being such a weapon and feeding off the play action. So Cooper Kupp is hurt, unfortunately, so they're not going to be able to use arguably their best receiver. So, of course, Cooks is going to have a really good game. Robert Woods is going to have a really good game. And the secret person, 2 people I'm going to really think really needs to have good games, because I think the Patriots are going to take away either Cooks or Robert Woods. So I think Jazz Reynolds needs to have a really good game. I think Everett needs to have a really good game. Both of those guys, especially Everett in my eyes, needs to have a touchdown. One of the reasons why Rams need to win. For the Rams to win, I mean. Jared Goff has had a really good game as well. He cannot fold. He cannot throw stupid interceptions that cost the team the game. That's kind of a lot of my keys on offense for the Rams.
Yeah.
Other thing is, I think they need to kind of play ground and pound a little bit, keep the ball a little bit away from the Patriots offense, because Patriots going to want to do that on offense. So I think they need to give the Patriots what they usually give other teams, is keep the ball, especially go in for kind of play Canadian football in a way, so maybe throw on first down, try to get a first down in the first 2 plays.
Yeah.
On defense for the Rams, they need to switch up coverages. They got to get pressure and switch pre-snap and post-snap. What I mean by that is, let's say the Rams they're showing cover 3, but they disguise the cover 3 and they do like a Tampa 2, or they do cover 1, which would be man. Like initially they would have their free safety one way, then the other 2 corners looking like they're in a cover 3, but they're really in man for a cover 1 situation, or they can have a certain thing like they're looking like they're in cover 2, but be really in cover 3. So I think they need to switch up their defenses pre-snap coverage-wise. And they cannot keep on doing that because that's what one of the Steelers did when they played the Patriots. And late in that game, the Patriots figured that out and were really taking advantage of that. So they need to switch things up. Aaron Donald has to have a really good game, even though I think he's going to get double teamed. And I think the Patriots are going to do everything they can to take him away. So they got to get he's going to have to get out of those double teams and still make an impact, which Aaron Donald is such a monster that I think he still can. Sue's going to have to have a really monster game. And especially these corners.
Yep.
Peters, Talib, Coleman.
Peters.
Yeah, Marcus Peters. And our safeties, our whole secondary pretty much is going to have a good game. They need to hold their coverages just a little longer than normal. For Brady Candace, all right, oh, he's open.
Yeah, because that's what he goes after, is that first target.
Yeah, Deacon done. You got to make him hold the ball just a second longer, go to his second, third reads. That's what the Chargers weren't doing. They just, all right, well, we're just going to give away those little screen passes and dump off to the running back. You can't do that.
That's a bread and butter.
Yeah, and the other thing is they're going to want to throw to James White. So kind of like what the Rams did in the second half of that game against the Saints. I think if James White's having a monster game in the beginning of the game, they need to chip him. Yeah. So Sue was chipping Kamara out of the backfield. I think if James White and his running backs are having a really good game, I think they need to do the same thing. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's really my keys for the Rams. Go, Ryan.
Yeah, also have the Rams winning this one in a very close game. I was telling him off camera, I think I would edge it a little more to the Rams if Cooper Kupp was playing because he adds a whole nother dynamic. He actually helps Cook and Robert Woods and the other receivers. He kind of helps him get open because he's such a threat himself. But yeah, since he's out, I think it's going to be a lot closer game. I don't know what it is. The Patriots just know how to really take away one of your weapons. And I think one of the weapons they're going to try to take away is Todd Gurley. Because he's just so dynamic. He can, of course, pound the rock with the football, or he can catch the ball. He reminds me a lot of Marshall Faulk. So he's very talented. So I think they're going to try to take him away. But he has to have a big game, like Adam said. I mean, especially if you're a Rams fan, I really don't want to see Goff have to put it into his hands and have to try to manage this game kind of by himself, if you want to say. Mm-hmm. Because really this offense of the Rams is really heavily based off of run and play action. Mm-hmm. And if the running game ain't going, then that ain't going to help set up the play action very well. So they got to get that bread and butter toasted up nice and real good and get it just the way they want that toast to be, man. Because if they're stagnant on offense, this could be a long game. I'm not as worried about that defense as I am the Rams offense. They have to get going because that's the thing about these Patriots. They're going to find, to me, they just find any and every way to score touchdowns. And I think that's what's going to happen in this game. They're going to get their points. So the Rams are going to have to get theirs as well. That's definitely a big factor. Gurley has to be a big factor. I think Robert Woods has been stepping up, but I think he has to step up, just that much more. I think definitely one of the big keys in this game is they got to get Brady on the ground. Not pressure, not getting close. You guys have to get him on the ground. Get him rattled. Adam hit the nail on the head. I think the biggest thing for this Rams defense is going to have to be the secondary. I think Sue's going to have a good game. I think Darnold's just going to be Darnold and get his plays in and get his tackles and sacks. But that's the thing about Brady. He's always looking for that one option, that first one option. And most likely it's the running backs he likes to dink and dunk with. That's just the way his game goes. If he can get a 4 or 5 yard pass and then run the ball, that's kind of what they do too. Not as much as the Patriots use play action as much as the Rams do, but they lean on that running game / I'm going to throw a little pass here and then run some more. it's kind of been their formula the past couple years since Brady has getting older, and I think they realize they can't have Brady throwing 60 times like he's previously known to do in his career. That's just not Tom Brady now. He's more of a I'm gonna get you about 30 to possibly 40 throws a game, and get about 20 to 25 touches for their backs. I can't remember. I believe it was that Chargers game. James White had like 25 carries, or it might have been the Chiefs game.
No, it was a Son Show. He had 29 carries.
Yeah, like that's outrageous. We're not known for too many Patriots teams as far as Tom Brady's Patriots teams running the ball like that. So it's kind of a new age for this offense, and that's what they're known for. Like I said, is kind of dinking and dunking with these passes and running the ball effectively. So they got to stop that as well. I think that's one of the most important things as well for this Rams defense is to try to swallow that running game and as crazy as it sounds, kind of make Brady win the game for him. And I know that's kind of crazy to say, but you don't want this Patriots team, to get too comfortable. And what I mean by that is where they're getting in their pocket, where they're running the ball really well, and it's setting up for the passes really well. You don't want that. I think that's when Brady likes to eat people alive. So yeah, I think, but yeah, I think that's the biggest key for me as far as defense goes for the Rams. Is secondary has to hold on to their men long enough to where that pass rush can get to them, because we know Darnold and Sue and them, that pass rush can get there. They just need a little bit of time, and if they can do that, then yeah, they definitely got a good game ahead of them and can frustrate Tom. Yeah, I was saying real quick to finish up about the Rams. Yeah, they just, like I said, got to establish a running game, help Goff out. I don't think Goff is yet, like I said, just you want to put it all in his breadbasket. He's going to have some help. And yeah, like I said, I'm picking the Rams.
Yeah, and I think I was really impressed by how Goff played in that Saints game, because Gurley was either hurt or he just
something was over
completely in his head. He just wasn't playing well. I don't exactly know what happened, but you put a lot of pressure on Goff, and that one drive that he had to tie the game, that was really impressive.
Yeah.
He looked like person I like and I don't like. He's been comparing Goff to maybe a Tom Brady, which is Colin Cowherd. I kind of agree a little bit with that. One person in the league that can possibly be like Tom Brady is Jared Goff, kind of because he got that coach, which is McVay. And he got that California cool about him, and he doesn't get rattled, and he's a really accurate passer that has a really good arm. So I have a lot of confidence in Jared Goff. I wasn't super sold on him when he first got drafted. I'm gonna be honest with that, just because he kind of didn't play super well, but he was on a terrible Cal team, so I'm not gonna bang on him too much. But I've been wrong, man. He's been an amazing quarterback. He sucked his first year, but he got Jeff Fisher. Then his second year, he was amazing. In his third year, he was amazing in the beginning of the year. Had that little slump at the kind of the middle, almost back end of the season. But these playoffs and the last couple of games, he's been absolutely amazing. So I've been super impressed. So I would say before these couple playoff games, I'd be really nervous to put everything in his hands. But he's been playing so well that I honestly have a lot more confidence than I did before.
Yeah, I think just to bounce off what he said, I think that's one of the most surprising things that I've seen from Goff, watching him develop as a quarterback, is his accuracy. I was kind of questionable on that, seeing him play in the beginning of his career. I was nervous about that, but yeah, he's definitely stepped up, and he's definitely showing that he could be not only accurate in the pocket, but he can get outside that pocket and be accurate. I think it's one of the most important things in the NFL right now is, can your quarterback get outside that pocket and be accurate? That's just because these defensive players are getting bigger, better, faster, and stronger. So if your quarterback can develop into that and be a really good outside passer, then that's what kind of, like I said, is way NFL is kind of setting up now. And Yeah, he's impressed me with that. Like he was saying, that drive, that last drive when they really needed it, that was really impressive by him.
Yeah.
But these bigger lights, man, can he do it in these bigger lights if he has to, put it in his pocket? That will be the the ultimate. That's the ultimate test as a quarterback right there. Is if you got the game in your hands, can you go get that drive?
Yeah, I'm gonna be really fascinated to see how Goff plays. I'm definitely looking forward to this game. I've been a Rams fan since 2010 when Bradford got drafted when they were the St. Louis Rams, and they've been going through a lot of hardship with Jeff Fisher. A lot of up and down. Jeff Fisher years were really difficult, but this Rams team's been really impressive last 2 seasons with McVay and
just great moves, by the way. So the way they set up for this to get them to where they're at now is perfect. Yeah. Like they set themselves up for nothing but victory.
Super aggressive in the offseason, getting these
it's paying off.
Sue and Peters and Talib and trading for Cooks and all these players, man. I've been really impressed with what the Rams has done this season and the last season as well. So I'm ecstatic about this game. But if the Rams win, I'm going to be, of course, super happy. It's my team. But if they don't win, I'm going to be happy for the Patriots, man. Tom Brady's a GOAT.
Dynasty
got to respect the dynasty, man. Bill Belichick's the greatest coach ever. Tom Brady's the greatest quarterback ever. I think it's
hard to argue now.
It's kind of hard to argue, honestly. I've been kind of wavering on that, but I don't think it's even close. We're gonna get into that in the next video, but yeah, man, I'm definitely looking forward to this game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this game is going to be entertaining as any other Super Bowl will be, and yeah.
All right, well, that's a pick. Make sure to like, subscribe. We appreciate you watching this video. Hopefully everyone gets a chance to watch the Super Bowl. Make sure to comment in these section, and we want to hear what you guys had to say.
Yep. We'll see you on the next one.